Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why do the healing work? What's the point? I feel hopeless. So there's two parts in these questions, right? One, why do the healing work? And the one about feeling hopeless. And the answer to why do the work has to do with what you want in your life. And I'm going to get to that in the end of today's conversation. And I'm going to start a little bit more on talking about I feel hopeless. If that's the case, I feel you. I really do. And it's okay to be there. I know it's not a very comfortable place to be because it's nicer to feel hopeful, right? But having that experience is part of the journey sometimes. It's like the ebb and flow of the ocean. Sometimes the water goes out and it feels like the ground is barren. And other times the water comes in and it feels like it's overflowing. And it's bountiful, right? And that's how things move in our lives as well. It's part of the cycle of things in our lives that are present almost everywhere except maybe in our conscious mind. We do it all the time. The breathing is a cycle in itself. We breathe in, expand. Sometimes we hold our breath and then we breathe out. And then the cycle starts again. We breathe in and we breathe out. The pumping of the heart is also a cycle. The pumping out the blood, the opening of the heart, bringing in the blood. The pumping, pushing out the blood, the opening, bringing in the blood. It's constant cycles. And that's what the healing journey is like, right? You make progress and then you back a little. And I talked a little bit about this last week, where I talked about recording your gains and really celebrating those little moments that you feel that you're actually making progress, that you're actually getting somewhere. So if you're feeling hopeless, maybe you want to check out last week's episode. I also want to add to that conversation that sometimes we get stuck in that place. We get stuck in the not knowing what the next step is. We get stuck because we live in a society that is so focused on having a plan, knowing where you're going, and knowing all the steps to get there, right? And the healing journey is not like that. We don't know all the steps. We might not even know the next step, especially if you're in a place where you're feeling hopeless. Your next step might be a blur. You have no idea. You might have tried all kinds of things and it feels like nothing's working. So as much as I would love to give you a manual on how to heal fatigue with step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, with all the steps, do all of these things and you will heal fatigue. That's not possible. Because that's not how life works, right? We're not given a manual on how to live our lives. We're not given a manual on how to heal fatigue. It would be nice, but at the same time, there would be no mystery. There would be no magic in that if you already know exactly what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And this can be a challenge because we live in the society that we live in the Western culture at least, that is so focused on having all the steps, and that you have to know where you're going and you have to know what the steps are to get there. So instead, I invite you to focus on one, why you want to heal. And this is important. This might sound like a small question, but if you don't know why you want to do it, it's going to be really hard to get there. Because the why is the biggest motivation. The why is the North Star that will pull you towards it. So the first thing to do is spend some time thinking about why you want to heal. And I invite you to do some journaling. And you can, if you like writing, you can do writing. If you don't like writing, you can record like a voice message to yourself, answering that question. Take some time and really sit with that question. Why do I want to heal? And another part of that is, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel once I'm healed? And I'm putting that in quotation marks because what does that mean to be healed, right? That's another question. What does that mean to you to have healed from fatigue? And what is it that you want? So as you do this practice, whether you journal or you record a message, imagine that you have all the resources that you need in the world. You have all the money, you have all the tools, all the support, everything that you need. And you're already there. What does that place look like? What are you doing there? And describe it with as much detail as possible. What do you see in there? What do you touch? What do you feel on your skin? How does that feel in your body being there? What are the sounds that you hear in this place? What is a taste that you have in your mouth? And what are the smells that you experience when you have what you want? When you've reached your why. I want to heal because. What does that look like for you? So I'm going to finish right here, but I would love to hear what your dreams are. So you could either send me a DM or send me an email with your dreams, because we all have different dreams. And another thing I want to add to that also is that sometimes we will set up boundaries for ourselves, for our own dreams. That might be about feeling that, oh, I don't deserve that. I'm not good enough. I can't, do that, or whatever it may be. I want you to be aware of that and to pay attention if something like that shows up for you. And if you notice that, oh, I would really love that, but there's something in here that's stopping me. So what you can do, if you notice that you're doing that, pay attention to that. It's like, oh, there's a part of me that feels that I'm not worthy of having what I want. It's okay. I'm just playing with this right now. I'm just playing a game of imagining. And then you continue imagining what it is that you really, really, truly desire. Okay, loves, I'm going to leave you here to hopefully enjoy the beautiful day that we're having here where I live in Linköping. I hope you do, Daniel. get to enjoy today's beautiful weather and enjoy your day wherever you're at. Sending you so much love. Mwah.